Hello guys, I'll be explaining you on what Otacon does and all the things you need to know and why it's OP and what you need to do. And I hope you guys will enjoy the video and have a nice day. But yeah, basically Riot Games added Otacon, and I mean this monster is actually quite OP. And I can just explain to you guys what you need to know about this creature. So this spawns at whoever's fighting the most at which side. So it can spawn either top side or bot side basically, right? It has two versions. Version 1, the ruinous one, is one that gives you a GA for 150 seconds. And it gives you basically as well 40 gold extra per takedown. So it's basically like a mini treasure hunter. And if you take that one, it is actually really OP, because the moment you get that one, you can start playing for T2 towers and play for crazy dives. And if you get a really good dive off, get a tower, it's gonna be very hard for the enemy team to even come back. So you should see the Fire Otacon, where you get the GA, as like a free opportunity to dive and int, and you're not gonna lose much, okay? Which can actually snowball your advantage. The second one, it gives you like 25% extra damage on the epic monster, or like extra stats. So let's say you get Drake, that gives you 5% AP AD, okay? I don't think it's 5%, but basically it's increased by 25%. So like it would give you, let's say, 1.25% extra, right? Same for if you take groups. If you take 6 groups and you get the Otacon, that gives you 25% extra epic monster damage. It's actually pretty OP, because it will deal a lot of damage, okay? It impacts the game a lot, especially if you have a lot of objectives. So I would say especially the one that gives you 25% epic monster increase is very OP. And of course, if you kill it, it's gonna spawn some plants. And this shit you can actually solo like fairly easy on certain champions. Almost always want to take the plants, because look how much stats I get, okay? 551 AP. If I take everything, it gives me at least 400 gold stats, if I recall right. So like 511 before. Now I've got 578, right? Technically that's like 27 AP, and 27 AP, that's like kind of like 500 gold value for every single member. That's like 2.5k gold value, which is pretty good, right? 2.5k gold value on top of the buffs. So that's even like, depending on how much you have, like 3.5k value easily, okay? So if you can take it as objective, I would recommend you take it. General rules that 1:30 or 1 minute before Otacon spawns, you almost always want to push a lane and then force enemy to show here. And when they show, set up full control in the river. And the most important thing is that control this bush. If you control this bush, it's very difficult for the enemy to come in. And ideally you want to have like CC champs sitting here, ready to poke them, or just all in them if they come, right? But starting Otacon 5-5 usually is not that insane. You almost always want to like get a pick first. Usually see it as like a mini Baron. Like Drake usually can start 5-5 quite easily and just turn, because Drake doesn't deal damage. But this one, it does deal a decent amount of damage. So usually you want to be kind of careful, because like doing it when enemy team is around, you kind of get fucked, you know? And this is what you have to know as well, right? Look, I'm gonna hit it. You see my resistances is decreasing. So if you actually start tanking it, you're gonna be squishier as well. So basically, if the enemy team, you know, is coming and you have this shit on you, yeah, you're not too happy, right? So yeah, look, 4 armor right now, MR. So try to not do this 5-5. If you do that, you're pretty cooked. Try to make sure you do this only if you make a pick. Otherwise, don't do it, because it's actually like a bait to do this 5-5 if you're very strong. You need setup, and you can start it solo. But yeah, I mean, just closing out my thoughts. I think this is really good to take. So see it as like a Drake on how to set it up. Make sure you get deep vision, trapping if they come in. It is quite OP if you take it, and it's definitely more value than a Drake. You should take this over Drake if you have the choice. But yep, that's about Otacon basically. And I wish you guys a nice evening and a nice day. Adios.